What is the single most important thing to do for estate planning? It's a great question. It gets to the core purpose of estate planning. When many people focus on specific legal documents, really you have to shift your mindset. You need to be thinking about your personal objectives and appointing the right people for key roles. That's really what it comes down to it. The most important aspect is not tied to a single document, but rather identify and address your concerns and objectives, and then designate the right people to carry out your wishes. Focus on the objectives, not documents. Okay, it's a comprehensive process, estate planning. It's intended to solve problems, protect loved ones, prevent hassles, enhance relationships. And that's just not achieved by filling out a document. Okay, instead, concentrate on getting a will or a trust. Concentrate on identifying your underlying concerns about leaving behind everything you've ever worked for. Okay, make it easy for your survivors. The goal is to set things up so loved ones don't have to deal with a lot of hassle, unnecessary delay, frozen accounts, lawyers, or judges. Okay, this leads people to choose alternatives that avoid probate, such as a revocable living trust, which helps assets transfer immediately outside of court involvement. Protecting your spouse. That crucial objective is ensuring that your spouse is adequately provided for and protected, having immediate access to money, and maintaining long-term access to assets without needing to get permission from other people to sell property or transact in your other assets. Protecting your children's inheritance. Look, we all want to make sure that we secure our child's future, especially when you have second marriages where a surviving spouse might unintentionally or intentionally exclude the children of the first spouse. Okay, this involves leaving assets in a trust for the spouse rather than outright ownership. Addressing your incapacity. Look, it's happening more and more as we live longer. Critical element of estate planning is arranging legal affairs so that if you become unable to manage things during your life due to illness or injury, designated people can easily step up and make financial and healthcare decisions for you without court interference. So designating the right people is so critically important when you cannot act. It's the most important. You need an executor, a personal representative, or a successor trustee. This person will be in charge of guiding your heirs through the estate settlement process or administering the trust. In the context of establishing a trust for a spouse in a second marriage situation, the two most important decisions are who will be the trustee and under what circumstances will the spouse receive distributions from the trust. Power of attorney agents. You have to designate who's going to handle your money, business, property, and healthcare decisions if you become incapacitated during your lifetime. Another critical thing, if you have young kids at home, you have to designate a guardian for your minor children. Designating a legal guardian in the will is one of the most important reasons to put your legal affairs in order, because it ensures that you select backup parents who share your parental values, not the judge assigning somebody. Okay, maintain an inventory and documentation of all your property. Failing to maintain a thorough record of all of your accounts and assets can make the settlement complex and very lengthy for the survivors. The process of creating and funding a revocable living trust forces you to take inventory and consolidate your assets. That is a significant, yet frequently overlooked benefit that makes the estate settlement seamless for survivors. Essentially, the single most important thing is to engage in comprehensive planning that starts with clearly identifying and defining your wishes and worries, then meticulously implementing those wishes by designating trustworthy individuals and correctly documenting your assets. Thank you.